Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Indeed, all praises for Allah. We praise Him, seek His assistance, and seek His forgiveness. We seek refuge in Allah from the evil promptings of our souls and from our evil actions. Whosoever Allah guides, none can misguide. And whosoever Allah leaves to stray, none can guide aright. I testify that none have the right to be worshipped except Allah alone, having no partner. And I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his slave and his messenger. Dear beloved sisters, inshallah, we are going to continue our lessons about Allah's most beautiful names and attributes. Actually, mankind generally haven't stopped searching about Allah, their Rabb, their Creator. There is a great desire in the inside human beings, in all mankind, that pushes eagerly them to know and be oriented about their Rabb. And actually, many of those researchers or doing researches have used their minds to reach Allah names and attributes. They are using their minds, and they reached through looking by their vision to the universe data. Universe generally, the data surrounding them, it leads them to stand and think. Some, Allah Jalla wa Ala provides them. Some, Allah Jalla wa Ala provides them by standing and thinking. They were keeping searching. But Allah Jalla wa Ala let them be oriented by the perfect, unique universe, organized and created by Allah Jalla wa Ala. So, looking for this universe, they started founding it perfect, intact from any devotes, intact from any defects. And they started realizing that this universe, which is unique, unbelievable in its organization, perfection, sequelae, general data supporting human beings inside, like lands, and every branch have many things inside, unbelievable. For example, how the earth was uncultivated and hard to use, and dead, hard land. And this Allah Jalla wa Ala let rains come, and then pass to the soil, intermingle with the contents of the earth, and then let things inside the earth to work, others not. And that's why if we open Surah Al-Hadid, bring with me Al-Waqi'ah 63. Actually, Surah Al-Waqi'ah, Allah Jalla wa Ala is proving that in spite man can think himself is the doer, the person to do, yet actually he isn't. So Allah Jalla wa Ala started in Surah Al-Waqi'ah, proving that nothing you are actually doing. You are just a tool. But the main creator and doing everything is Allah Jalla wa Ala. So Allah Jalla wa Ala is saying, أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ? Haven't you seen? What are you doing with your land, earth, the seeds you are putting in the ground? Say the farmer now is putting some seeds. And he is thinking himself the only doer for cultivating his land. He's saying to himself, I'll stay beside my seeds, regularly supplying with care, giving water, removing harmful worms, and cleaning it every now and then, and supporting it from anything to affect these seeds. He's thinking that. And he's saying that the weather is very suitable. And everything letting him thinking it's very suitable for him to gain the best of the best from his cultivated seeds. And he's doing everything and none is coming good. So Allah is telling him, أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ? Haven't you seen? What are you putting in your souls, in your soil, in your land to cultivate, to grow up? Are you thinking yourself the doer, the person who is doing everything? Are you the grower? Do you think that? Let us return back to see the story from the very beginning. Allah is asking, and this type, if you remember the types of questions, this is a question but taqriri. Allah is asking and deciding on the same time. He is asking. He isn't asking to let them answer him. No, Allah Jalla wa Ala is asking a confirmation of a confirmating question. He is saying, أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ? أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ? Are you thinking yourself concerning the seeds you are putting on the ground? Do you think yourself the one who are caring with and letting it grow perfectly? أأنتم تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون? Are you the one who is growing, or Allah Jalla wa Ala is the grower? And then Allah is threatening, telling, لو نشاء لجعلناه حطاما فظلتم تفكهون. We can destroy it completely, crumbling it into pieces. into dry pieces, so that you are sitting beside each others in great astonishment. What had happened? It was very nice, it was very good, everything was suitable. What had happened? And then if we come to 68, the story from the very beginning, Allah is confirming by starting the story from the very beginning. أَفَرَأَيْتُمُ الْمَاءَ الَّذِي تَشْرَبُونَ, the water you are drinking, أَأَنْتُمْ أَنزَلْتُمُوهُ مِنَ الْمُزْنِ أَمْ نَحْنُ الْمُنزَلُونَ, do you think yourself have opened the tap and bring cup of glass and then put some water and you are drinking? Do you think this is the issue? Or Allah Jalla wa Ala from the very beginning is the cause of rain clouds and the total issue of rain formation, till Allah Jalla wa Ala is the only causer for this rain to come down. And as a result of that, to be drunken and to be taken by the land and to be taken into seas and oceans, so that everything related to water is benefiting from, whether the seas, oceans, rivers for the creatures inside it, or the lands with the seeds inside to grow, or we as human beings to drink, or cattle and sheep in order to take and drink. So the whole issue is into that water which is already in between our hands. The origin of this is the rain, which is the only, the rain, Allah Jalla wa Ala is the only cause for its coming down, for benefiting all these groups. So Allah is telling in Surah Al-Waqi'ah 70, لو نشاء جعلناه أجاجا فلولا تشكرون, we can let this water coming from the sky salty, nobody can take. We can make it untasty, we can make it ujajan, not suitable to be drunken or to be used even by cattle, even to be on the land, on the soil, and being not suitable, nothing is going to be grown. The seeds are not going to be affected by this undrinkable water. So the issue from the very beginning is Allah Jalla wa Ala. Allah Jalla wa Ala is reminding us, and that's why he ended the verse of لو نشاء جعلناه أجاجا فلولا تشكرون. If just you are thankful to Allah, if just you are after thinking and realizing that Allah is the only cause for all these things, for all these gifts, for all these favorites, for all these ni'am, you would be at least thankful to Him. And that's why those, if we return back to the treatise of Allah's most beautiful names and attributes, he's telling that it is actually in Arabic, but I'm trying as much as possible to translate it for you. He's telling those who were looking to the nature and to the universe and was searching about Allah only by their minds, أَنَّى لِلْعُقُولِ أَن تَصِلْ. It is also a denying question. How ordinary, incapable minds how these minds can reach. How these minds can reach. Now again, sisters, those who were searching about Allah using only their minds, they misled the way. Because how created mind can think about Allah Jalla wa Ala, Allah Jalla wa Ala, names and attributes. If they came to know some, how to reach all, and even those which they came to know, still they are putting their minds to understand how Allah is most hearing. Even the simplest attributes, they are insisting on intermingle their minds to understand. So to know about Allah, it is ilm. That ilm doesn't depend on what you realize or what you came to know from your general knowledge, or even if you are specified in understanding about Quran and Shara or. Actually, ilm about Allah, to know about Allah, if it is not depending on certainty, it will not give fruitful gaining results. Again, if you are trying to search about Allah attributes, and this is the cause why many have missed their ways. If you are in need to learn about your Rabb, you may learn about your Rabb to emphasize your certainty, to emphasize your belief, to emphasize that you are a slave to the greatest king. But to search to prove or disprove, this is the catastrophe. If orientation or searching for Allah names and attributes, if this issue isn't accompanied by certainty, fixed certainty, it will not give fruitful results. Why? Number one, how to gain this certainty? This certainty is gained from authentic sources. Authentic sources is Quran and authentic Sunnah. Only. And the behavior of the close Salaf, those early predecessors, very close to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, passing into situations, practicing difficulties, and in the presence of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it was solved either by revelation, either by Jibreel alayhi salam telling Muhammad, or by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's wisdom, or by inspiring Muhammad what to do, either through the book he is reading, Quran, or Jibreel alayhi salam, or he himself inspired from Allah to do that and do that. So a researcher researching for Allah by his mind also, by his mind only, he will lose. Why he is losing? Because he is looking to the issue externally, totally, generally. Allah Jalla wa Ala has names and attributes human being generally cannot realize. And the way to know it is to listen. The ilm way about Allah names and attributes. There are some attributes and names. There are some attributes and names you cannot imagine how it comes. For example, النزول, descent. It is written that Allah Jalla wa Ala, from authentic Sunnah we can realize that Allah Jalla wa Ala is descending to Sama' al-Dunya in the last third of the night, and he is well settled on his throne. So there are some issues like his descent, his settlement on the throne, proof that Allah Jalla wa Ala has hands, has face, has even hearing and the most hearing and the most seeing. So to just realize this by your mind, it is totally descent to failure. Because we cannot realize the divine ilm, the divine ilm. And that's why Ibn Badran said that Allah Jalla wa Ala attributes is either taught through mind or through transmission, through news coming to us. He means Quran and Sunnah. If we take the first of his definition, that it is understood or realized by the mind, we will find that those who used this alone miss their ways. Miss their ways how? Because those who are looking to Allah attributes and the names Jalla wa Ala, they were amazed. They were amazed. They used only their minds. So they were greatly hesitated to prove Allah attributes. Some, like those who are speaking about triads, they said Allah is from, as Jesus alayhi salam has come from no father, and there is a proof that his mom is holy virgin, so cannot commit any bad deeds. So who is the father? They said what they have said. Others, those who are speaking about al-hululiyya, that Allah is present everywhere. Allah is present everywhere. Others saying if he is Jalla wa Ala most seeing, so what about the hearing system? If he is the most seeing, what about the vision system? So they deny that Allah as a creator to resemble his slave whom he created. So who told you from the very beginning there is similarity? Who told you from the very beginning that it is proof that Allah has hand. Allah has tips, anamil, fingertips, anamil. Allah has hearing and vision. Who told you it is resembled to us? It is not that issue that you make similarity between the two. Why they did that? Because they use only their minds. And the result of that, what the Mu'attila did. The Mu'attila stopping. What stopping? They said, as from the very beginning they are wrong. They said, as it is said that it is similar to us, that we are hearing, Allah Jalla wa Ala is hearing, walayadu billah, in their talk. So it is impolite to resemble Allah with us. So it's okay. What to do? Stop it. Allah has no hearing. Allah has no vision. Walayadu billah. Allah has no hands. And they started changing into meaning. They said, Yadullah fawqa aydihim. Allah's hand is above their hands. They said, yes. Yad means strength. Allah's strength. Allah's capability. They started changing the word into meanings, into other data. Why they did that? Because they resemble. We shouldn't resemble. From the very beginning, they use their minds, and their minds resembles or make the so-called coaptation. It is coapted with the hearing system. He should have hearing system. It is impolite, so he haven't. This is the wrong thinking which result in amazed person. A person is amazed. He didn't know, and he didn't know what to do. He is hesitated between proving and disproving. He is proving some attributes and names and disproving others. Why you prove logically it can be. Why disprove it is unlogic to have, to resemble. So he is standing amazed, don't know what to do. The problem is that Allah Jalla wa Ala is unseen. The problem is Allah Jalla wa Ala is unseen. And we were ordered to have faith in Allah, to fear Him without seeing. And that's why in Surah Al-Baqarah, in the first five verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Baqarah is the document of all the collective data of all Quran to be explained in details in other surahs. So it is considered Al-Baqarah and Al-Fatiha collective for the whole Quran. So the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, let us go to the Al-Fatiha. Al-Fatiha ended, Al-Fatiha, the last verses in Al-Fatiha, Allah Jalla wa Ala is telling that the believers are hoping to worship Allah, so ask Him to guide them. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us to the proper way you want or you like. And then they deny to be of those ضالين or مغضوب عليهم. So Allah Jalla wa Ala is teaching us what to say. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. What is this صراط المستقيم? صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. Or would you please Allah guide us to the straight line, the straight line on which those you have bestowed your grace and your fadl, and you love them. Let us of those group, and not others whom you put your anger on, or who miss their way and they became in astray as a result of not knowing about you. So this is the verses in Surah Al-Fatiha, Surah Al-Fatiha 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Al-Fatiha. And then, in the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, I want you to focus, please, sisters. See, in Surah Al-Fatiha, we are begging Allah, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Okay? Allah in Al-Baqarah, in Surah Al-Baqarah, is answering. Again, I'll say it again. Surah Al-Fatiha. In number 5, إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. You, and none but you, we are worshipping and we are asking assistance. Would you please, Allah, take care that this is Allah verses. It is not we ask Allah from ourselves. Allah taught from His mercy. Allah Jalla wa Ala, from His mercy, He taught us what to say to Him. See how merciful Allah is. Allah Jalla wa Ala is teaching us what to ask Him properly so that He will answer us. So He is teaching us to say 5 prayers. One of the prayers, 2 rak'ahs, 3 rak'ahs, 4 rak'ahs, 5 times. See how Allah mercy to us that He is teaching us to be continuously asking Him and returning back to Him only. That's why if you really understand that this is a message from Allah to you to teach you how to beg your Rabb, how to worship Him perfectly, we would never ever do what we are doing during our praying. Praying in 2 minutes. Praying in 3 minutes. Let me finish my praying quickly to come to finish the work we are doing together. We aren't looking to praying as this grateful deed, great, honored, respectable, worshipping deed. We aren't looking at that. We aren't. We are in a hurry. And we don't know that this is the only door you can open to speak directly to your Rabb is during your praying. If you want to talk to Allah, go and pray. If you want Allah to talk to you, go and read your Quran. Again, if you want to talk to Allah, go and pray. Beg Him in prostration with all things you want. Tell Him all your needs. Best thing is during prostration. If you want to know Allah talk, go and read Quran. To know what He is ordering you to do. To know what is the all life issues present in the Quran. Go and read the Quran. To know what Allah wants from you. So the problem is that we don't know. Again, let us return back to the fact that in Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah Jalla wa Ala defined in the very beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah the believers, the true believers, true mu'min people. What he said, Alif Lam Mim, and we have said that Alif Lam Mim is just separate letters of unknown meaning, and it is considered a challenging way from Allah, because Quran has come to Arabs, and Arabs were greatly highly specified in Arabic language, highly holding the language to the extent they can, a person can do like a poem or something like this, and he is not reading and writing. So they were leaders in Arabic language. They were leaders, and they were highly specified, and they were meticulously holding the secrets of the language. So Allah Jalla wa Ala, in order to challenge any nation by the Prophet, He is sending a miracle with that Prophet in the specific issue that nation is. As in Musa alayhi salam, during Musa's mission, they were all specified in magicians, in magic deeds, and most of them are magicians. So Allah Jalla wa Ala made Musa alayhi salam miracle is to be perfect concerning dealing with magic deeds. And that's why Pharaohs, when Musa alayhi salam asked him, let me show you some of the miracles I can do, he told him, okay, it's okay, tell me. When he did that, he changed the stick into a great snake, or he took his hand under his elbow and under his shoulder, and let it shining and very as if it is greatly surrounded with light. They said he is a great magician. He is a great magician, because Allah supported Musa alayhi salam with magician-like deeds. They are thinking that. So as Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam comes among the strongest Arabian talking Arabic language, Allah Jalla wa Ala made Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam miracle his Quran. How? By telling them the Quran is from your language. It is from the letters you are speaking to. Alif, Lam, Mim, Sad, Noon, Ain. These are the letters of your Arabic letters. It's okay. Collect it and made the least you can make. He said to them, 10 ayat, 10 verses. Then he said to them, 1 verses, and they cannot. And that's why in each surah started by al-huruf al-muqatta'a, cutting letters, separate letters. Any surah contain al-huruf al-muqatta'a, there should immediately after coming mentioning the greatest rank of the book, Al-Quran. That's why Alif Lam Mim, these are letters. Alif, Lam Mim. Immediately Allah Jalla wa Ala said ذلك الكتاب لا ريب. And that's why there is two situations to stop. Either to stop at لا ريب or لا ريب فيه. There's two. If you look to your Quran, there are three dots. There are three dots. You either stop on the first and the second you continue, or you stop in the second and you didn't stop on the two. You just stop on one of them. Either ذلك الكتاب لا ريب. This is one stopping. Or ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. So Allah Jalla wa Ala in the first is telling ذلك الكتاب لا ريب. It is surely, certainly, فيه هدى. It is a guidance to any who is going to read it. Or if you stop on لا ريب فيه, ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه, there is no doubt in it. All is perfect and true. So you either, the two meanings are, it's okay. But it is preferable to say ذلك الكتاب لا ريب, surely فيه هدى للمتقين, فيه هدى للمتقين, that this book surely any who is going to read it will be guided properly. But whom? Pious people. It's okay? The point is that who are muttaqeen? Who are the pious? Number one, الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. And the rest of qualities comes, but the first is يؤمنون بالغيب. And this is the cause we return it back to Surah Al-Baqarah, that Allah Jalla wa Ala is unseen. We didn't see him, but Allah Jalla wa Ala ordered us to believe in his presence and to fear him unseeing, without seeing. And the way to be oriented by, the way to know him, the way to learn and more and more and more is through al-khabar as-sadiq. Al-khabar as-sadiq, the trusted news. And the trusted news is only his book and authentic sunnah from Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we didn't, or we shouldn't speak about Allah without ilm. We shouldn't speak about Allah without ilm. Because Allah Jalla wa Ala said, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. Let us open it in Surah Al-Isra 36. Let us see. Al-Isra 36. Surah Al-Isra 36, Allah is saying, وَلَا تَقْفُ. It means don't follow. And say. Don't say and don't try to think by saying that. What are you saying? Something you don't know. وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. You aren't oriented by, and you are starting saying and giving witness and talking more and more and more. Why you shouldn't do that? Why you shouldn't do that? Because Allah Jalla wa Ala has made everything, has made witnesses against you from yourself. إن السمع hearing, والبصر vision, والفؤاد heart, all these are responsible for you. So ولا تقف ما ليس لك به علم إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. They are responsible, and you will be asked, you will be questioned by these things. You are going to be questioned by whom? By Allah. Who is going to give their witness? Your organs, whether vision system, hearing system, your heart, all are going to give witnesses against you. If Allah Jalla wa Ala is saying that, and again in Surah Al-Zukhruf, in Surah Al-Zukhruf 19, in Surah Al-Zukhruf 19. So Allah Jalla wa Ala is writing what in Surah Al-Zukhruf 19? وَجَعَلُوا الْمَلَائِكَةَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ إِنَاثًا أَشَهِدُوا خَلْقَهُمْ سَنَكْتُبُ شهادتهم ويسألون. They are saying that angels are feminine. Have they seen Allah creating them, and they have proven that they are females? Have they seen the process of their creation? We are going to write their witness so that they will be asked by. So if Allah is speaking that everything is going to take His testimony and it will be asked for. So just saying that malaika are females is considered illegal, and is considered to say about Allah something Allah didn't say it. It is a crime. To the extent, open Al-A'raf 33. Al-A'raf 33. Al-A'raf 33. See in Surah Al-A'raf 33. Allah Jalla wa Ala is saying, قل إنما حرم ربي الفواحش. See. قل إنما حرم ربي الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن والإثم والبغي بغير الحق وأن تشركوا بالله ما لم ينزل به سلطانا وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون. You now divided into 5 categories, 5 things. Allah is saying إنما حرم ربي الفواحش. Allah جل وعلا make it forbidden to do fawahish. And what is the meaning of fawahish? Great evil sins generally. Okay? Fawahish, this is number 1. حرم ربي الفواحش. Fawahisha, great sins. To commit great sins, it is forbidden. These fawahish, these great sins, it may be seen or unseen. A person can make it openly, or he can make it secretly. None is knowing that he is doing these things. And on that point, I want to tell that there is authentic hadith that the unseen evil deeds, the unseen between you and your Rabb only, is the greatest to commit, to the extent that in hadith it removes righteous deeds like Jibal Tuhama. Jibal Tuhama, these are great mountains in Medina, like Uhud, great mountains. Fawahish, unseen, cause you are daring to do it, just Allah is seeing you, so you are not caring with Allah to see you. So unseen deeds, bad deeds, fawahish, unseen, it omits righteous deeds as high as Jibal Tuhama. It let it be on the ground, as if he didn't do these righteous deeds. Even the righteous deeds are as high as Jibal Tuhama. You got it? So unseen evil deeds is considered great to omit righteous deeds generally. Let us return back. إنما حرم ربي الفواحش. This is number 1. Whether apparent or unseen. ما ظهر منها وما بطن. Okay? What else? Number 2. What else? والإثم. الإثم generally are evil sins, great evil sins. والبغي. Al-baghi as oppression, to do dhulm for any. To do dhulm for any. And that oppression is illegal or unrighteous. You shouldn't do it. Okay? So, والبغي بغير الحق. This is number what? Again. الفواحش. This is number 1. الإثم. This is number 2. البغي بغير الحق. Unrighteous oppression. This is number 3. Can you imagine number 4? Is polytheistic. To share partners in you worshipping Allah. You are thinking this is the greatest. No, wait. The 5th is, the last one is وَأَن تَقُولُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And you are talking something, saying it about Allah, which is incorrect. You don't know. You are haphazardly saying it. Scholars have divided these 5 things concerning the ithm, which is dangerous, which is more sins committed, which is more bad attitude to be. They make it, if we are making it into ranks, number 1 will be the first, al-fawahish. Number 2 will be al-ithm. Number 3 will be al-baghy بغير الحق. And number 4, to share others with Allah. And the greatest thing is to say something about Allah. You didn't know it. You just say it. التقول على الله بغير العلم جريمة. To speak something about Allah you didn't know is a crime. And it is put as the major types of crimes concerning Shara. And that's why, again, sisters. So, what is the result of that? If we are saying something wrongly about Allah, is considered a greatest crime. To say something Allah didn't say it is considered the greatest of crimes concerning Shara. According to the verse of Surah Al-A'raf, قل إنما حرم ربي الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن والإثم والبغي بغير الحق وأن تشركوا بالله ما لم ينزل به سلطانا وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون. So, the safest way to know Allah is one way only, which is طريق الوحي, the way, the safest way to be oriented properly by Allah, His names, His attributes, His deeds, is طريق الوحي, the way of revelation. What is revealed to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Because Quran, Allah talk, is a book which is unchanged and will not be changed till time of day of judgment, inshallah. Okay? And what Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying concerning authentic sunnah is also from the revelation. That's what's called two ways. What Allah Jalla wa Ala already revealed to him through Jibreel alayhi salam in the form of Quran, and what is practiced by Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in his life with his followers, the so-called authentic data about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It is also another way for wahy. This wahy is the only way to gain through which proper ilm. And none is oriented and having proper ilm about Allah more than Allah. So Allah is the most to know about himself. And none from his mankind can know about him as Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So if we want to know properly about Allah, we have to return back to Allah talk, His Quran, and to Muhammad talk, His authentic Sunnah. There is nothing else. There is nothing else to be oriented properly and correctly about Allah. I'll stop here inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا, بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك, أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت, أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.